Okay, let's go live. This is James Maduk speaking. Today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share 10 big, huge reasons why you should absolutely do what? Ditch. Ditch. I want you to ditch the courses and think about using how-to videos or tutorials instead. So you might be wondering, what is this all about? Why should I worry about it? And I think the big thing just to look at up front is just remember to put this in kind of just make sure you understand where I'm coming from on this. I've done thousands of video tutorials in the last 25 years. I mean, thousands of them. And they've all, for the most part, been about how to do something. And I've also made hundreds of courses. And right now you're hearing all sorts of stuff about online. I use the word online courses. I talk about online courses. You're hearing all sorts of words about, yeah, it's online courses, create online courses. Well, I think really it's a great idea to create educational material, and what's going on in terms of the actual online course market and what's going on there. I was playing around this morning and I was just taking a look at what's going on with Perplexity and some of the stats. Now, if you're not familiar with Perplexity, it's an AI-powered search engine. I've talked about it before in a couple other videos. I'll make sure to put the link below so that you have it. And on those particular ones, I wish my my teleprompter's disconnected, so I'm going to. These are always ad hoc. These are live sessions. Everything's supposed to work, but it doesn't always work. And today, one of the ones is the teleprompter's not working. So we'll work around with this anyways. But I just wanted. This is still a huge market. I'm not saying don't create education material. I'm just saying that you, especially if you're starting out, you're the over 40 crowd, you've got some experience in business or personal, you just want to share it, you want to earn some extra money from it, it's absolutely a huge market, don't stay away from it. That's the first thing, just to, to clarify it. So right now, the stats I've seen, the ones on Perplexity they looked at this morning, you're looking at $400 billion by 2026, so in the next 18 months or so. It's growing at 12 to 15% per year. So each year it's growing a huge amount. I think I saw Sean Cannell from Think Media was talking about it's going to double from the last 18 years. It's going to double in the next 3. So again, absolutely huge. $315 in e-learning market, and again, $1 trillion by 2028. The thing, it's fast moving, lots of growth, all sorts of different options in there, and a lot of the kind of focus for these courses you'll find on things like these massively open online courses, things like Udemy and Skillshare, where you get complete kind of lessons. And that's the expectation that people have just because they're used to it, right? They've seen that before. They're comfortable with it. They want to take courses to pick up a particular skill. But I think like just Udemy course creator stats, I think Udemy says 71,000 instructors and 205,000 online courses. I don't have the reference links here, but there it is. Freedom-Bound Business, 30 compelling online learning statistics and facts for 2024. That's where that one came over. Teachable, 100,000 instructors. Kajabi, 50,000 instructors. So there's all sorts of demand for it, but there's a huge issue that's coming and is already here if you've been selling courses for a long time. There's generally, when you look at course sales, there's generally a couple different kinds of course sales. There's someone who's been selling courses for a long time, and there's people that are new to creating courses, or they've created 1 or 2 courses that didn't sell really well. There's a huge kind of difference between those two groups. And people that are flooding in at the bottom, and they see the people that are doing really well and they go, man, I just got to make a course and I'm going to do well like them because I'm creating a really good course. Now, I've talked about all the different variations and stuff that's available to you on how to create online courses. And I want you just to, when you're starting out, like if you're already experienced in stuff, yeah, create a course. That's part of your business. If you're just starting out, it's your first course, or you've made a course that didn't necessarily sell that well and you're having trouble marketing the course, I think, and I'm doing it as well, is I'm focusing on doing how-to videos. Short, concise how-to videos. And there's some other reasons for that, because this big shift that's happening now is that people are making this micro learning shift, or this thing, to the kind of the little picture as opposed to the big picture. People just want specific answers to specific question. And it's personalized learning. Like if you create a course and it's got all these modules, all these lessons, all these additional pieces, that's not a personal course. Maybe your name shows up in it because there's a cool piece of software that does that, but it's not personal to the questions you have. A course is something, if it's made for a large audience, it's not specific to you individually. And what's happening now with all the availability of information, things like ChatGPT and these AI tools, getting specific answers to specific questions are where things are at. So that's the big trend that's happening, and that's the one that you should be paying attention to, and I think you should be focusing on. Now, got huge amounts of competition in this space. It's hard to market your courses. It's easier to create courses. It's hard to market courses. And you can go to ChatGPT and you can say, give me 20 ways to market my course. And it's going to say, create social media posts. And it's going to say, create an email marketing series. It might say, create a webinar. It might say, reach out to your network, do joint ventures. It's going to tell you a whole bunch of ways to market it. But it's still really, really hard to market online courses, especially if no one knows who you are. And then with the expectations that all I need to do is sell my course and I'm going to be able to have an education business or grow my business. Here's the big kind of takeaway from me, and the 10 big reasons and why you should consider this. YouTube, I think, is the way to go to start and grow your education business. And it's specifically creating how-to videos on YouTube. I think you should create as many how-to videos as you possibly can, as fast as you can, about your particular topic, and look at them at just tiny, specific answers to specific questions, and build up your own channel with your own personal content. And there's a whole bunch of reasons for that. The first one is that when you are creating an education business, you may think that all of the big courses is how people who are successful selling courses are earning their money. It's not. The course is only a tiny piece of their business model and the revenue stream that they're working on. Just a tiny piece. All sorts of income is being earned, and more income is being earned from the ancillary services and or digital information and hand-holding and implementation than there is from the sharing of the actual information or content. So the prices of courses is coming down because of the competition. The value of courses is coming down because it's so tough to make in terms of the unique content that maybe wasn't there before. And monetizing it is changing. So there's all sorts of ways you can kind of, do this kind of stuff. But for YouTube, if people want something that's really relevant, they can go to your channel and they can look at your archive of content. So they're going to go and see, I'm copying or I'm talking about a specific topic, and they're going to see I have all sorts of information that's available. If they're going to do a search for an answer, they're not going to go do it on Google necessarily. They're going to want to see how to do something. They're going to go to the second biggest search engine in the world, which of course is YouTube. So they're going to YouTube. If you have a channel with a lot of content on it that's in context to the questions that they have, you're in a place now where they can go and see that, hey, this person knows what they're talking about and they've got lots of answers to my questions. If you have one little video or one video a week, for example, and you've been doing it for 3 months, you have 3 videos, so what? If you're able to create how-to videos that are small, anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes, 7 to 15 minutes, again, that are answering questions, and you can do a whole bunch of them as quickly as possible, you're going to have a YouTube channel, again, that has value for someone who's looking for these quick answers. If you're doing multiple videos, multiple how-to videos, there is some accuracy to the content. People can get the big picture when they go and look at it and say, this person knows what they're talking about. They have all of the thumbnails, all of the titles that are answering, again, the questions that they have. And they've basically got a product list that's on your YouTube channels with all of that content. So if there's clarity amongst the visual representation of your content, and if you create how-to videos that are answering questions and you've got a clear, concise answer, they're going to be able to understand and use plain language when you explain it in plain language of what it is that they want to have happen. Conciseness. If you've taken an online course, the biggest problem with online courses, of course, is that no one finishes them. And if you're the teacher and you force someone to take something in order, you're not letting someone take lesson 1, lesson 7, lesson 6. If you force everyone to complete and take the lessons in order, the amount of people that actually finish is minuscule, tiny, even though they pay for it. So you're not getting necessarily the feedback from the people that are taking the course, and more importantly, the psychic income and the knowing that you've created something that has a lot of high value and it's something that's there. When someone's on YouTube, they can quickly see the answer that they need in a how-to video. Why? Because most how-to videos, if you want to, and what I recommend that you do, that you put timestamps in them. People can hop around to get the answer that they want in those 7 to 10 minutes. They don't have to take a whole course. They don't have to finish module 1, lessons 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, module 2, lesson. They don't have to do that. They look at the timestamps, they get the answer that they want. So things can be very complete for them for their specific answer. Here's the other one, and this is the big one. I'm going to get into it in a little more detail in a second. Yes, you've got a concise one. There's clear, it's accurate, it's relevant. You've got a channel. The one that's really nice with how-to videos is you can make them actionable. And what do I mean by actionable? Because it's something that you're giving information on a how-to, you can add a call to action or a next step in a how-to video. You're not kind of limited to only giving the actual call to action. I'm not talking about an assignment, but the kind of next step in a process or next business step, not information step. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a business step. Remember I said how people actually earn their income if they've been doing courses for a long time? It's stuff like online coaching, it's templates, other implementation skills, one-on-one, group coaching, all sorts of these additional things. It's a lot harder to give those call to actions in module 1, lesson 7, as opposed to a how-to video where you can do it right in the middle or right at the start. As long as you have a call to action or a next thing to do, you've got people engaged working through your business model funnel and your sales funnel. And again, you got 10 videos on your channel, 20 videos on your channel, you've got 20 different chances to be able to get that call to action or call to actions, whereas you wouldn't if you just have a single long, big honking course. So easily to be actionable at the end of it. The other one I just want to kind of touch on, now I said 10, there's a whole bunch. I've been kind of combining them together. The one that I just want to make sure that you kind of get your head around is that people always want to have courses or answers in context. And what that means, again, is it's specific and personal. And when you create multiple small how-to video tutorials, people, again, can pick from a course that just doesn't happen to be connected. And that means that if you have 30, 40 how-to videos that are actually in a sequence or could be turned into a course, it lets people hop around for the lessons that, again, are only important to them. And that ability to have a personal kind of thing is absolute goldmine for you as the instructor or as the teacher. The other thing with how-to videos, it's using examples and illustrations because you're showing how to do something. And even if you're talking about theories or soft skills, you can still use analogies easily in a short video as opposed to trying to weave it in to a larger course. And each individual how-to video can have its own analogy or own particular example or illustration of how it's working. So it's really, really cool, this whole idea of how-to videos. I think it's happening. I'm bought in on it 100%. The people that I follow that I created courses with a long time ago are starting to do it as well. And I think that's what we're going to end up finding moving forward. So just to give you an example of some of the stuff that I'm doing personally is on trainingsites.io. And you can go and make sure actually the link's below. On this one, I think I'll make sure the link's there. It's actually on the other screen here. There you can see it in the bottom, trainingsites.io. You can visit that. I also have a live coaching program on this one if you want to create a course with me, or how-to videos using my library of AI prompts, which is another complete other video. But what's happening here for me personally is that I'm creating or using all of the 200 video tutorials that I have on YouTube, and I'm repurposing them so that not only do I have them on my website, they're also available on my YouTube channel or channels. So this is kind of the place that what I'm going is we've got individual how-to videos, and I also have online courses. And these online courses, of course, are made up of the how-to videos. So you've got two birds with one stone there in a real simple way to create tons of content that you use for marketing your business. Because when you have a call to action, when you have that ability to do shorter, concise pieces of content that are all interrelated to a particular topic, here's the real value to, and here's the gold mine. These videos are your marketing. Well, let me say that again. If you create multiple how-to videos, you're an expert on something, just share what it is that you're doing, examples of what you're doing, how to do what you're doing. You're going to find that there are going to be people that are going to reach out to you for implementation of the skills or the how-to that you are, just because they don't have time, but they have money and they don't want to learn anymore on how to do it. They may learn that they have to do it and say, oh, cool, that's kind of something I can do, but there's 5 tasks I don't really have time. Can you do it for me? You're also going to find that you're going to be able to say, these are the questions that I'm getting. These are the videos that are doing well. These are the ones that are not doing well. So you're going to see that there's a whole bunch of feedback that you're going to get immediately. If you do one course, you're going to get a bit of feedback. If you do 25, 35, 40, 50 how-to videos, you're going to get a lot more feedback, not only from the topics you should be covering, but more importantly, the other products and services that you offer to create an entire education business, not just relying on, hey, I'm going to create a course and I'm going to be a billionaire next month because I did a course and it's a really good course and it's 6 hours long or what have you. So I'm suggesting that when you're looking at this and you're thinking, how am I going to build my training business? How am I going to teach online? Think about how-to videos and how I can put this together that helps my customers get answers to their questions, but more importantly, fits into the new business model that is one that's happening before our very eyes. There's a gold mine there, and you just have to get ready to pick the right shovel or the right pickaxe to get to it. So here's what I'd like you to do. Here's my little call to action at the end. If this is something that at least interests you, or you think, hey, I'm okay just getting started out. I don't want to be overly challenged with a big course. I just want to start making some how-to videos. I'm that creator that's kind of a bit afraid technically, but I know I have some ideas. What I'm going to do is in the next video is I'm going to show you the ideal structure for a how-to video when you're actually teaching a specific task or answering a specific question. We'll go through the structure in the next video and then spend some time actually playing around with it on how it fits into your business. My name is James. It's trainingsites.io. Hope you enjoyed this. There's lots more here. Like and subscribe to the channel. Pick up any of the links there if you want to work with me one-on-one. I got all sorts of exciting stuff here for anyone who's about education, business, and teaching online. Huge opportunity. So get in on it, watch the next videos, and reach out to me if you have some more questions. Take care. And expect